When you date a Latina girl as a black man, eventually she's gonna go back to her Hispanic dudes. Latinas always go back to their people. Oh yes, we gonna get into it, man. Welcome to No Cap No Filter. I'm your host Molly G. Back at y'all on the episode of Running With You, and today we gotta run about this clip I came across. And this guy is just convinced that Latina women they might indulge with some black men, but eventually they're gonna go back to their people. Without further ado, let's go ahead on and get into it. He must ain't have seen any Latinas from Texas, California, New York, cause it look like they be in some long-term relationships with black men.
I made a video not too long ago saying that people who look like me, when you date a Latina girl, eventually she's going to leave you for a Hispanic dude. She's going to go back to her people, right? But it's even deeper than that. I just came to the realization that whenever that happens, it's always the same genre of Hispanic dude. It's never like an Edgar. It's never like a fashion Latino dude. It's always the Latino dude who looks like he drives a truck, has a beard, but not a well kept one, and wears like Bass Pro Shop type hats. It's always that genre. Like I just now realized when it happens, it's the same type of Latino man. Also realizing that like I'm just being fetishized by these Latino women, getting with me, the black guy, and then going back to the Latinos. Because a lot of the times they'll always like say something like, I've never been with a black guy before. Don't ask me how I got this information, but this
Where's he's meeting these Latino women at? Cause I need to know. I don't know what it is about my proximity and or whatnot, but I don't never come across Latino women like that. All the women I usually come across is black. And when I do come across Latino women, they don't never much be that attractive to me. You know, it's a certain Latino woman that I like that I really think attractive. Like when I think of Latino woman, and don't butcher me for this, because people think Latina, Mexican, El Salvadorian, Dominican, and all this and all that. That's different. Me, when I think of Latina, I basically think of a Spanish type of woman. But I be more attracted to the what's the girl name off of Rush Hour? Eva Mendez? Yeah, Eva Mendez. Selma Hayek. What's another what's another Latina woman I really like? Let me think. Latina. Um what's that one lady, man? Sophie. Her name was Sophie something, but she be on all the little sitcoms or whatnot. She fine too, and she still fine to this day. She been fine for a long time. But yeah, man, these are the type of Latina women that I'm attracted to. Now, when he talking about how they always usually, fetishize him and then go back with this same type of archetype of Mexican dude, I thought he was about to pretty much say the same type of Hispanic dude, like that be saying nigga or kind of act black or, like if you gonna get with a Mexican dude who act black, you might well just got with a dude who's black. But um I do know the type of Mexican he talk about, especially when he talk about having a truck. Like one thing about the Mexicans or them Hispanic dudes, they gonna have them a truck. They're gonna have them a truck to do a lot of different things with. It's very convenient to have a truck. If you know, you know. But I do think that a lot of those people, they pretty much gonna want to procreate with their kind. They might date somebody out of another race, but for the most part they gonna really try to procreate with their kind. They like that. Asians are like that. I think black people and white people, you know we pretty much just don't give a damn. We just going after whatever we like, but certain groups of people, I think they really much care about their bloodline. Like this one picture with Patrick Mahomes is going viral right now, and everybody just talking about how he got with the white woman, not all his melanin from his, you know, that he could have been passing down to his kids, it just wiped out. Just wiped out. almost gonna just whitewash his entire bloodline. And I said, damn, bro, this is the stuff that Dr. Umar was talking about. But me personally, I feel like when it comes to interracial dating, man, date who you want. Choose to be who happy who you want to be with. You know. This dude got a nice goatee, by the way. You know, his stuff is shaped up real nice.
This one girl, after getting with me, text her best friend and was like, "Oh my gosh, I love black men." Tell her best friend about all the stuff that would go down, but then she was like, "I like such and such Hispanic dude." Right? And I'm just sitting there looking at these messages. I'm just like, I was I was bad. I was just meat. Like I was really just me. She would like when she would tell her friend about me, it was never like the stuff that we did, like in terms of like going out or nothing like that. It would just be about the fact that she was getting crushed. But whenever she would talk about the Hispanic dude, she would actually talk about the Hispanic dude. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, first of all, my boy, you know, if you was that guy who was just getting crushed, then go ahead on and be happy with that. You know, it's a lot of dudes who would like to play that role of the guy who's just getting crushed and not getting, took serious. Because meanwhile, while she cracking down on you, Tyrone, she's trying to make Miguel take her serious. And Miguel probably gonna take her serious because I don't think that Hispanics and all that care about body count, care about your past and all that. As long as the woman is submissive, she cooks, she cleans, she's nurturing. That's all they really care about. You know, they gonna have their weekends. They gonna get they what you call that? What they be drinking? Modelo's. They gonna go fishing. They gonna go to the pool hall. They gonna have their trucks. You know, like it's a certain type of culture Mexicans in Texas that they gravitate towards, and it's a certain type of culture in New York, certain type of culture in LA. You know, now I really think that when it comes to like Mexican men, they they would prefer their daughters date a Mexican dude or a Hispanic dude versus them date a black dude. Yeah, they might welcome you open arms when they meet you, but for the most part, they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's just going through a phase right now," But when she actually settle down and get married, and I'm gonna just give her away to the man who gonna take care of her, I'm pretty much confident it's gonna be a Mexican guy. And I think a lot of people they find themselves when it comes to dating, they see who they connect with, they see how the experiences are with this type, see how the experience are with that type, and for the most part, I think a lot of women gonna try to find them a guy that they see a lot of qualities that they see in their dad, and if their dad is Mexican, they gonna want to get with a Mexican, assuming that their dad been in their life and is a good stand-up man, you know. But it is a lot of interracial dating going on right now. And I do think what he's saying has some validity to it, but I also do think that, it's a lot of women that will stay with, you know, the black boyfriend. So the part where he say always are gonna go back to their people, I'm not buying that, like it's a whole bunch. Like I guarantee you Cardi B ain't gonna settle down with no Dominican. I guarantee you Cardi B ain't gonna settle down with no Hispanic. I guarantee you whoever she end up with long term is gonna be a black dude. You know. And that's another thing. She talking about the type of archetype that she's gonna get with. You gotta look at the archetype of what Latina girl it is. Cause if she a certain type of Latina girl, she gonna like a certain type of man, and that man might be black. And if she another certain type of Latina girl, it's just the way how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like if they wearing the Mexican Jordans, oh yeah, if you know, you know, they getting with a Mexican. Now if they wearing them real shits, or they might get with a black man. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Um, but I want to know what y'all think down in this conversation, man. If you're a Latino woman, comment on your experiences that you had with Latino men well, Latin men and Latino men and black men. And let me know, did you date black men as a fling and then just ultimately went back with your Latino group? And black men, let me know, have y'all, dated Latinas and then she ended up having a serious relationship with her Latino group, and just left you and you just felt like you was a fling. Or if you still going strong with your Latina woman, let me know down in the comment section, man. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, what you waiting on? Until next time, I'm out.